Hello YouTube, it is Sunday, June 12th, 2022, 6:20 p.m. I got 40 minutes to make it to work. On Sunday, I can usually do that drive in about 15 to 20 minutes, so I should have enough time to stop and get fast food somewhere. Haven't decided where that should be yet. Yeah, I should do that. I just barely woke up a little bit ago. I'm still a little bit groggy. And keep having these weird dreams about loading pallets with an Amazon forklifter, which is, I don't know. Obviously, I'm a little overwhelmed by it. I assume that's probably what I'll be doing today. Although it's likely I won't be doing that the whole shift. I don't know. I don't know what today's going to entail. Hopefully not too much. Not too much in the way of stacking pallets by hand and moving pallets. With a pallet jag, because I'm wearing a pair of shorts as opposed to jeans. I don't have many good pairs of jeans that are clean right now, and it's also hot as hell out right now. Not sure the actual temperature, but yeah, just the walk out the back door to the dumpster to throw away a bag of trash and to my car was kind of stifling. In fact, I've kind of noticed a new quote-unquote feature of my Android phone. I'm still using Obama Phone 3. That's pretty much the only functional phone I have. I mean, I've got my new iPhone. Still can't seem to find the SIM card for it. Although, to be fair, I haven't. In the last couple days, I haven't really looked for it. I've realized it's fallen into an area that's going to require that I actually, most likely require that I dedicate some serious time to cleaning to find it, and which granted is something I should really do and something I probably should have done last night, yesterday or today, since I had the days off, but yeah, sometimes I'm just fighting the demon of depression so much that it's just hard to do that. And a lot of that stems from the issues that I'm having with Priscilla, and which is still an ongoing thing. I want to believe it got better, but I don't know. Anyway, so the feature on this phone that is becoming really annoying is right on the front of my home screen, the first page of my home screen, or desktop, whatever you want to call it. I've got a weather widget that also shows the date, which I use primarily to see the date. That's something I've always kind of had a struggle remembering, hey, what's the date? And I find by having it just right there where it's the first thing I see when I look at my phone, helps me keep a better grasp of what the date is. That's, it's, a lot of times, hey, what is the date? I just hit my phone, look right at it. I don't have to open a calendar app. I don't have to pull down my notifications and try to read some tiny print. It's just right there in big print. That is until this week. is a weather widget, so I guess that's understandable, but kind of what it does. But anyway, it's got a feature, air quotes on feature, where if the National Weather Service has issued an excessive heat warning, instead of showing the date, it shows the words excessive heat warning next to the little icon that indicates, what the cloud cover is like, whether it's sunny, cloudy, raining, what have you, and the temperature. Yeah, if there's one thing I don't need as a functionally Phoenix native, it's an extreme heat warning. I mean, yeah, it's been 115 most of the weekend. And I'm not sure how many more days that's going to continue for. Of course, I can always just tap that and open up the weather widget and see the forecast for as many days as I need. But I mean, at this point, I expect it's going to be 115 for a while. We have words for that in Phoenix, and excessive heat warning ain't it. The words that apply now are summer and June. Like, seriously, I don't need my date hidden on my phone to tell me that it's going to be hot in June in Phoenix. Duh. And it's really annoying because it's most of the time, like, I rely on that little widget to show me the date. Like, that's why it's there. I'm not that concerned about the temperature most of the time. And it's convenient as a link to take me to a forecast, but, when I look at the forecast, like 90% of the time I look at that, I want to know the date. I don't want to know that it's going to be hot in June in Phoenix. I know it's going to be hot in June in Phoenix. So it's annoying. At this point, to get to the date, I have to tap on it, at which point it opens up a browser tab where it does a Google search for extreme heat warning. It doesn't even take me to its own weather app, which to me is stupid as shit. So yeah, it's like opening another tab in my already using more resources than this phone really has web browser. It opens it in Chrome, which I'd just rather it not fuck with my Chrome. And then I've got to close that out and go back to my desktop to see the date. And usually by the next time I open the phone, the date has again been replaced with the words extreme heat warning. It means it's probably time to either A, look for another widget, because that's just annoying the shit out of me, or find the damn SIM card for my iPhone, so I can just get back to what has become my normal, what had become my normal of iOS, with the date and time right there on the lock screen where it's supposed to be. Anyway, I know, first world problems, I got loads of them. Speaking of first world problems, gas at the QT by my apartment is now $5.59 a gallon. I'm pretty much right at a half tank right now, so I want to say I'm not doing any extra driving, but I did have my adventures on Wednesday evening of driving around trying to figure out where my girlfriend was. And I did have the trip last night to Oz, which certainly wasn't a necessary trip. Or was it? really glad I went, though. I had a pretty good time there. There was hardly anybody there. Unexpectedly ran into some people from my Amazon warehouse. And had a super awkward moment with one of them, where she's one of the, I'm not sure if she's an LP or an AP. I think she's an LP. Anyway, she works, I'm not even sure if I'm stating those titles correctly, because I still don't understand the full management structure, how all that works at Amazon. I should really know that by now, but I really don't. And I just, at this point, I feel like the more questions I ask, just the more clueless I'm going to look. And people kind of come to me expecting that I'm not clueless. And in most things I'm not, and that's just because what I generally pay attention to is the workflow. You know, when newer coworkers have questions about, hey, how do I do this, how do I do this, I usually have those answers. So, oh, and of course, you know, yeah, the micromanagement guy, he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Just don't worry about it. Anyway, of course, we ended up talking about that guy. Go figure. But yeah, no, she was, her and her friend, who I guess also work, who said she also works at Amazon, but I've never seen her before. She said she works in inbound, which would explain that. Like, that's just an area I never go. Or, sorry, outbound. No, I work in inbound. La la la. No, she goes to outbound. That's the area I never go. Yeah. Yeah, she, they were, I'm not sure if one or both of them, but those two as a group. And I did run into them at a gay bar, so for all I know, they could be a couple, although they didn't really give those kind of vibes at all. In fact, for the most part, they pretty much gave off straight vibes, so there's that. And I usually meet straight women in gay bars. I'm not going to explain that one. It happens usually all the time. Actually, I should probably explain that for those that are like, wait, what? Yeah, I've actually done well meeting and even occasionally sometimes hooking up with straight women in gay bars, and I think, and it's my personal theory, that straight women that go to gay bars are basically just tired of they want to go out to a bar, want to drink, maybe want to enjoy, karaoke, but just get tired of being hit on by single men in bars, or even not single men in bars. And I do know that's a thing. Like, I mean, for me, I'm at the other end of it. I'm a guy who is, really unsatisfied with the relationship that I'm in, and to the point that I generally think of myself as single, because I, for the most part, feel like I'm single. And yeah, I'm wishing women were hitting on me in bars, and frustrated that it's not really happening. And generally not really hitting on women because I'm not good at it. I have so many female friends that just tell me how frustrated they get with men constantly hitting on them in bars. Can understand that. And my experience with straight women in gay bars has been that they're there not to hit on. They just initially assume that I'm gay, and so we just end up having these great conversations, and if at some point the conversation turns in the direction of of quote my boyfriend or what's going on with that. I'm just like, oh no, I'm here for cheap drinks karaoke. I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, yeah. And I'm not hitting on him. I'm just having a conversation. Anyway, that is not the conversation that I had with the two women at Oz at all. In fact, I wasn't really talking to them much other than thanking them for the Jell-O shots because they were buying rounds of Jell-O shots for everybody. And let's see, it's 6:36. I should have time to go to Burger King here. And they gotta be open this time of day. Anyway, so I gotta pay attention. It's a left turn. Yeah. So doesn't look like there's too much of a line either. Nice. Probably getting a content match right now with the Led Zeppelin, but anyway, I love how I'm still listening to the. I forget the frequency. Hang on, it's 88.7. The student-run station out of EVIT, which is like a trade-oriented, tech-oriented high school in Mesa.
Hello, how can I help you?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm reading the notice here. You know what? I just want to get. You still doing the 2 for $6 with the original chicken sandwich?
All right, both of them?
Yeah, just those.
All right, your total will be $6.50 per one. Okay, thank you.
Nice, thank you. I feel like I always got to ask because that special's not posted at the drive-thru. We got all new notices and specials posted at the drive-thru. Notice those are. The notice I was actually referring to was talking about a different type of pickle being used on the chicken sandwich and the big fish sandwich. It almost made me want to get a big fish just to see if it tastes better with the different pickles. But nah, just want my chicken sandwiches. I should talk about Burger King once I roll out of Burger King. Oh, anyways, I was saying this, the EVIT radio station out of a high school in Mesa that's tech vocation oriented. And yeah, the variety of music they play is just amazingly great. But I love that they just went from playing Led Zeppelin to Death Cab for Cutie. That is a playlist catering to my music tastes like 100%. Not that I'm even a huge Zeppelin fan, but I love Led Zeppelin, and I am a huge Death Cab for Cutie fan. Here comes my content match. Don't care.
You gotta spend some time, love. You gotta spend some time with me, and I know that you'll find love. I will possess your heart. You gotta spend some time, love. You gotta spend some time with me, and I know that you'll find love. I will possess your heart.
for songs with lyrics that are this repetitive, but it's got such a great groove to it.
Window, I see my reflection as I slowly pass, and I long for this mirrored perspective. We'll be lovers
At last. You gotta spend some time, love.
You gotta spend some time
Thank you.
with me, and I know that you'll find love. I will possess your heart.
I always get such good service at this particular Burger King. Like, didn't have to ask for my receipt, got my food with a quickness, and I'm expect that the food's going to be great, because every time I've got the chicken sandwiches here, they've been excellent. 6:41 p.m. So yeah, still running early for work, which is great. Anyway, what the hell was I talking about? Oh yes, running into coworkers at the Oz bar. So yeah, the woman that was there was a coworker that I really never talked to, like other than just hi, or God, that's probably it. Like, I don't even think I ever really asked her questions. I mean, I know she wears a management type vest. I'm not sure if it's the reddish orange or the orangish orange, but I know she wears one of them. And it's for the longest time I didn't notice there was a difference in the shades of orange. I don't know, to me orange is orange. But anyway, yeah, it was kind of a reality check when I realized that, that even knows there's different levels of management. God, I just thought at one point they ran out of one shade of orange and got vests in another shade. My bad. Anyway, yeah, and I know she works in my department, but she never seems to be my direct supervisor. I mean, I think at moments maybe she is. That's the funny thing with me, and one of the funny things with Amazon. Like, most of the time, like, other than when I check in after a break, or to leave a break, leave for a break, or like right when I start my workday, to check in just to see how I'm going to be labor trapped and what my primary job is going to be at that point. Like, I don't really get supervised. I don't know if that's the right way to say that, but I mean, I'm focused enough on what my job is and have a strong enough work ethic that I'm not an employee that somebody needs to come in and say, hey, can you do this? Hey, can you do this? Like, occasionally somebody might come over, and there's a bunch of different people that ask me that. I don't even worry about which one is my direct boss or not. Like, pretty much everybody knows that I'm pretty familiar with everything that's done in inbound, especially now that I'm certified pit driver, and will help out with anybody with anything. Like, yeah, sure, what you need help with, but they're not doing it so much in the context of boss. It's more in the lines of and even when someone that I'm reasonably sure is my direct boss tells me that, I usually question it, not in the question of like, not in the, what the hell is this guy doing? And questioning it not in the context of, oh, you're not the boss of me, don't tell me what to do, but more in the context of yeah, I'm actively doing something right now and I'm kind of busy, so or I'm kind of I'm in my groove right now and I'm working. Like, what is there, you sure you want to take me away from what I'm doing right now? Because I'm busting ass at it. And generally speaking, like, they'll give me just a 2 or 3 word explanation as to why, which is just like, oh, okay, cool, thanks for bringing that to my attention. And at that point, like, it just kind of goes into my mind of how I task myself, and it's something that I watch for. And probably the best example I can give is when I'm throwing on a PID line, And when I'm throwing on a PID line, and then and I'm hustling at it. I might be the only one on that side of the line most of the time because that's how I'm happiest. And the fact that I've stayed on that line is a pretty solid sign that there's not too many people working on it. Because if at any point in time I realize, hey, why are there 6 people throwing on this line? That's insane. I'll put myself on another line because I just don't need to be distracted by that many people. I don't need help emptying a pallet of boxes. But yeah, like it was Joe the other day. He's like, oh, he was like, and he asked, and he goes, and he just pointed up to the conveyors. He's like, I get a lot of product coming over fluid on this line. And I'm like, oh, shit, my bad. I didn't even notice that. And I didn't even, and I didn't notice that. And yeah, as fast as I'm throwing boxes, put that together with if they're actually hustling over at fluid, and it's almost a formula for over congesting the line. So yeah, my bad. I'm cool. Thanks for pointing that out. Now it's something I keep an eye out for, and will move myself accordingly. Anyway, wanted to discuss more of like kind of what went down with the randomness of running into a coworker at Oz, but I'm here and I just need to go in, eat my sandwich and get ready for work. Yeah, I got a lot of anxiety about driving the forklift tonight, and I feel like I did well with it Wednesday night, but I'm really wishing I hadn't had 3 days of not working here to kind of lose whatever bit of intuition I was starting to get at the controls. But and speaking of Amazon and working days, I had mentioned that I could encounter a schedule conflict with Thursdays, with my mandatory overtime day being Thursday, and HR being less than helpful about trying to change that or somehow just make that go away, and just being less than helpful and understanding of like, hey, I cannot work on a Thursday, full stop. Anyway, that did come up. I was scheduled for this Thursday. It's a good thing I keep a pretty solid eye on my A to Z app. Anyway, I was able to take care of it. I'll explain how I did that in the next video. So thanks for coming with me on the drive, and thanks for watching.